Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It is 2 minutes to 3 p.m. Pacific time here in Los Angeles, California. Going on 5 p.m. Eastern time. Actually, no, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Just wanted to give a heads up, chance for people to come on. The topic of this is going to be that Americans are dangerously behind on understanding what's going on right now in the world's financial markets. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give my own opinion as to why that is and what can be done to change that perspective. So we're going to go in about 1 more minute. We're going to go live. If you guys can hear me, I got to make sure that my audio is working fine. Facebook gets funny sometimes. So if you can hear me clearly, give me a like or a what's up or saying yes. Give me a heart. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I want to make sure audio is coming through. All right. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. So we're going to get started in just about 30 more seconds. The topic is Americans are dangerously behind. I mean, perilously behind on understanding what's going on. So you want to take some time out to listen to this. People that are coming on late can always go back to the beginning and hear this all over again. So let's go ahead and get started. We're now at the top of the hour. Welcome. My name is Brandon Ivey. Thank you for coming to this Facebook Live. I have 18 years experience in the network marketing industry. And 18 years has given me the unique opportunity to be able to meet and develop relationships and friends, not just in my own city, not my own state, not even my own country, but I have good friends and associates from all around the globe. I have traveled to multiple countries to be able to do business and network and meet people. And as a result, that's given me an understanding of different cultures, different languages, how different people operate. You know, one thing about Americans, if you are not from America, or even if you are an American, you know, we've got 2 oceans, and Canada and Mexico to the north and the south of us. We don't have that much experience or exposure to cultures outside of our own beyond people that move here from other countries. And when people move here from other countries, for the most part, they assimilate into the American culture because that's what we ask them to do. But we're kind of ignorant to cultures outside of America. I remember for the very first time when I had a Japanese organization that started to explode, and I love making videos as recognition for our team. And I was trying to pick the right music on some promo video I was making for our Japanese organization. And in my mind, this is just how an ignorant American thinks. I'm thinking traditional Japanese type music, you know? And when I put that on, they all came back to me like, what is this? We listen to the same music you listen to. What is this crap? You know, it's traditional Japanese music, but where's Jay-Z? Where's Tupac? Where's Biggie? You know, and it was an eye-opener to me. You know, getting exposed to other cultures. But they are far more exposed to other cultures than Americans are. And it goes the same way when it comes to business. One thing as an advantage Americans have had is that us being, and I have no shame in saying so, the dominant nation over the past 60 years since World War II, where we dominate in culture, we dominate in music, we dominate in entertainment, we dominate in fashion, we dominate with our US dollar, that we kind of have our noses turned up to everybody else. And that's to our own shame and our own downfall. Because the rest of the world can't wait to get away from that. Can't wait for the US dollar to crash. Can't wait to be able to take charge on the world stage and have pride in their own country. And since Americans are so arrogant, we lack the empathy And we lack the respect and we lack the innovation of knowing that other cultures out there might be able to come up with something better than us. And that's going to be to our detriment. And we are experiencing it right now. And I'll give you an example. I had to name and title this Facebook Live Bitcoin Technology. You want to know why? Because it's not Bitcoin technology, it is blockchain technology. And if I put the word blockchain right there, 99% of Americans have no idea what that means and might have looked over this Facebook Live. But Bitcoin is something that they kind of understand. Bitcoin is a word they've seen before. It's not Bitcoin technology. Bitcoin is just one part of the currency in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is only available because of mining, and mining is only available taking place because of the blockchain network. It is the blockchain technology. Sir Richard Branson just had his third annual, he might still be there right now, blockchain private summit on his private island, Necker Islands, with a bunch of other tech gurus and billionaires. Third annual. And you haven't even heard of that word blockchain. So I had to use the word Bitcoin. So first and foremost, we are not educated on this at all. And some of you might think, so what? What does it have to do with me? Why should I even care? I don't care about Bitcoin. I see some 7-figure earners in network marketing, Americans, blasting Bitcoin. And they're blasting it because of lack of understanding. They're thinking it's MLM. The e-commerce, and not just e-commerce, cryptocurrency and blockchain has nothing to do with MLM. Nothing to do with it. You have MLM companies trying to use the blockchain, the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin name to scam all of you. Cryptocurrency is not MLM. There are MLM companies trying to take advantage of the cryptocurrency name by throwing a compensation plan around it and stealing all of your money. Lack of education. So, what is the rest of the world understanding that we're not? For the last, I've known about cryptocurrency since 2013. I posted about it for the very first time 2014 when a business partner of mine in Japan became the very first person or a company in Japan to have a Bitcoin ATM in her store in the entire country. August 1st, 2014, I posted about it. Asia is already way ahead of the game than Americans are right now. Americans, well, let me rephrase that. The average American, the billionaires, the people that make the world go round, oh, they already know what's going on. The Rothschilds, the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts, even the Mark Cubans, they know exactly what's going on and are already getting positioned. It's the rest of us. It's the rest of the people working 9-to-5 jobs. It's the rest of the sheep that are clueless as to what's taking place and as to what's going to be forced upon us. This is technology that we will be assimilated into whether we like it or not. You already see companies out there starting to chip their employees. And you're like, where'd that come from? When did that start happening? Is that the mark of the beast? What's going on? You're going to wake up and walk into a store and see a Bitcoin ATM machine and wonder how that happened. And here's the scariest thing of all. And this is when you know it's going to be too late for you, where you missed the boat. When your company, whether it's network marketing or a 9-to-5 job, all of a sudden sends out a memo stating, we are now paying out commissions and your salary in Bitcoin. And they're going to give you instructions on how to go set up a Bitcoin wallet so that you can get paid. You're going to have a rude awakening when that starts to happen. You're going to be like, what? That Bitcoin stuff I saw about? They're telling me I got to get paid on this? What? And then all of a sudden you're going to see the the all of a sudden the know-it-alls. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. And then you're going to see people jumping all into it like it's the latest, greatest thing. Well, we've been talking about it for years. So let's get back to the topic again. Why Americans are so far behind, dangerously behind. Well, again, as I stated, as a networker, I have associates all over the globe. I know what they're doing. I hear what they're talking about. I see what they're doing. And when we talk about business, I can have the same conversation to somebody in Asia that I do in America, and the response is completely different. When I tell somebody in Asia that they need to get educated on cryptocurrency, they already say, I already am. What else you got? I say, well, I got mining. They say, all right, now I'm open ears. Let's talk about mining. How can I get in on this? How many mining machines can I buy? I've got $50,000. I have $100,000. My business partners right now out of Sweden are in Vietnam right now. I just saw a picture. They're having lunch with a Nobel Prize laureate who wants to use cryptocurrency mining to fund his operations in Vietnam. They're going from Vietnam to South Korea after that on the 10th. Those people are investing in cryptocurrency not by the hundreds like some of you are doing. I'll throw $50 in over here. I'll throw $100 over there. They're investing in the thousands and hundreds of thousands. What is it that they see that you guys don't see? I'm going to tell you what they see. They see a cashless society where they can travel from country to country and not worry about only having $10,000 cash on them. See, in America, we don't travel from country to country. We can go from any state we want and carry as much money as we want, as long as you don't get pulled over by the police and they wonder why you got all that cash in the trunk of your car. Right? But in Europe, there's 47 or, well, maybe, I don't know, 42, 47 countries in Europe. They travel country to country like we travel state to state. And they can't travel border having that much cash on them. They have to do international transactions on a regular basis where Americans, we don't. They know how much it costs to wire transfer from one place to another, to do bank transfer. The peer-to-peer two-ledger banking system is a huge problem when you're doing international transactions. Try doing business in Nigeria. Somebody in Nigeria gets paid $50, and by the time they get their money, they only get $5 because of all the banking fees. Cryptocurrency solves their problem, a problem that you didn't even know existed. So while you're saying this is paper money and doesn't mean anything, people in Asia and Europe are already using this to solve their problem. And they're doing it in bulk. They're jumping on this like white on rice. I'll give you an example. A mining company comes into place telling you that you have the opportunity to mine your own cryptocurrency. The cost is $3,200. You have a room of Americans in one room and a room of Europeans and Asians in another room. The cost is $3,200. Out of 50 people in the American room, 2 people will invest. Out of 50 people in the European and Asian room, 48 of them will invest. This isn't me making this up. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at just my own organization that's primarily in America. We did over $70,000 in volume over the last 7 weeks. That's not bad, right? $70,000 in volume in 7 weeks, that ain't bad. But let me tell you something. The Europeans and the Asians did over 1.1 million in the same time period, with the same exact message. So, look at that again. America, 70,000. Asia, 1.1 million. Was the message any different? No, because to be honest, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I believe that I'm one of the best presenters out there in the industry today. I'm not saying that just to toot my own horn. I just know some facts. I know I'm presenting it better than what my European and Asian friends are presenting it. It comes down to the people receiving the information. They know something that we don't know, and they're jumping on it like their lives depend on it. And us Americans are still like, give me more information. What is this Bitcoin? I don't understand. Here's the movement that we're starting right now. Because I'm going to call out my boy Tim Miller. Tim Miller, the 7-figure earner in the industry of network marketing, and was one of the biggest Bitcoin bashers over the past year and a half. He bashed it because he didn't understand. Not because he's not smart. He just lacked the education because it wasn't practical in our day-to-day lives. We don't need it right now. See, other parts of the world, they need it. That's why they're more open to it. But Americans, we don't need it right now. It's not practical in our lives today. And for Tim Miller's sake, a bunch of scam companies and Ponzi's was popping up trying to take advantage of all of us in the name of cryptocurrency. That's why he was bashing it. He got a little bit of education, realized some of his other millionaire boys are worth millions in cryptocurrency, and said, wait, hold on a second here. There might be something to this. He got educated, and now you can't stop him. He's on a 7-figure run in half the time. We're talking 2 to 3 years, not 6. I look at some of my other 7-figure earner friends in this industry that are still clueless, and they're bashing it right now. I'm not going to call their names out. I'm going to let them, ignorance is bliss, because their opinion doesn't matter anyway. I can care less what they think. They're not paying my bills. I love them. All I can do is continue to spread the word, and hopefully one day they may catch on before it's too late. If not, hey, they made their own bed. But education, what is it going to take for us Americans to understand? Education. And we got a program for you. You have $39 a month? $39 a month. We're going to get you educated. And when you get educated, you're going to understand these words. Blockchain, Satoshi Nakamoto, hash rate, mining, wallet, Bitcoin wallet, cryptocurrencies, cryptocurrency trading. How about BTC, BTH, BCC, LTC, ETH, ETC, Dash, Lite, altcoin, blue chip. The Bitcoin market share, 104 billion total. You understand that Bitcoin owns 40% of it by itself, followed by Ethereum. How Ethereum Classic is the next major coin that you want to mine. How to set up a Bitcoin wallet, Bitcoin exchanges, where to purchase Bitcoin, where to purchase your cryptocurrencies, where to sell it, where to trade it. You'll be able to look at the cryptocurrency ticker and it not be a foreign language like the stock market ticker still is to me, and I'm 41 years old. And this is just in the past 3 months. It is not cute anymore to be ignorant. You're not cool to bash Bitcoin. In fact, you look like a fool. And the rest of the world is laughing at us. Here's another reason what the rest of the world is doing, particularly Asia. If you are a rising, not democracy, a rising economic powerhouse, and you've been under the thumb of the US dollar and the West your entire life, and a new technology comes into place that is going to fundamentally shift the transfer of wealth to the common person's hands, will you continue to push the US dollar, or would you push cryptocurrency? When you're sick and tired of having the US banking system and the West dictate national and international policy because we own the banks, Do you think you might want to look for an alternative? That's what the rest of the world is doing right now. And Americans have no idea it's even taking place. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is legal in Japan. They legalized it, meaning they recognize it as a currency. Next up is Russia, China, India. Countries that have over 1 billion people in them. United States is only 360 something, almost 400 million people. We're a blip on the scale as far as world population. And we better get our act together. So ignore this to your own peril. Wake up one day and you see these machines all over your neighborhood. Wake up one day and you see your employer is talking about paying out in Bitcoin. Wake up and you see that your employer is saying you better get chipped because your chip is going to have your bank account attached to it, and it's in cryptocurrency, by the way. Or get educated and participate and become a future multimillionaire because you planted the seeds today before this goes mainstream, so that when it does, when your broke cousin Pookie on the corner starts doing everything in cryptocurrency, when the river of money starts to shift in this direction, it pushes you all the way to the top. This is happening so fast, I can't even keep up with it. Just today, let me tell you some headlines in this industry. Just today, European Union proposes account freezes to protect failing banks. American banks aren't failing yet, but they are in Europe. And what do you think people are going to do? People can't even pull their money out from the banks. You know what they're going to do as soon as they can? They're going to put all their money into cryptocurrency where the banks can't touch it. And they're not going to lose value. That's one. Here's another one. This article says, Bitcoin price sustains as Bitcoin Cash falters. Some of you don't even know what Bitcoin Cash is, with the hard fork that just happened. Here's another one. Farmers Cooperative uses blockchain to trace meat through supply chain. See, the blockchain is not about just cryptocurrency. It's also about contracts. It's about businesses being able to track business. Farmers Cooperative uses blockchain to trace meat through the supply chain. Here's another one. Just today. This says, Coinbase reverses plans to allow Bitcoin Cash reverse withdrawals in January 2018. Some of you may not even know what that means. You know how big that is. Coinbase is the largest wallet holder in the United States. And when the fork happened, Coinbase said that they are not going to host BCC, just BTC, Bitcoin, not Bitcoin Cash. I made a video that night and I said I predict that they're going to reverse this because they're going to follow what Bitstamp did in Europe. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they did. Here's another one. New York City employee disciplined for mining Bitcoin at work. Are you kidding me? How'd he do that? We had an employee in New York. He was disciplined for mining. I got to read a little bit of this. New York City employee was recently caught mining Bitcoin at work, which stemmed from a 2014 incident. Vladimir Ilyayev is a worker for the city's... Oh, wait a minute. That's a Russian name. So, of course, it wasn't an American because Americans don't even know what the heck is going on. We got a Russian that's working in New York that knows what's going on. What y'all might say he's woke. I don't even like that term, but he's woke. He's alert. He works for the city's Department of Education. He admitted to bypassing work security and mining Bitcoin on the job without the proper permissions. The City of New York Conflicts of Interest Board disciplines him as a result of the action. Should have known it wasn't an American. Americans, they don't even know what the heck's going on. How about this one here? What's this article? This was from news.bitcoin.com that says, post-fork update. The Bitcoin Cash Network and markets. Also, this is just an update after the August 1st fork that happened. Now, here's another one. Oh, wow. Australian trader loses $430,000 at BTCE. Is that nothing illegal tied to my funds? If you don't know what that means, what happened? BTCE was an external wallet source, and it got hacked. It got hacked. This is why education is important. You got to know where to go to put your money. Here's a trader that lost almost $500,000. So he's trying to get it back. Oh, wait a minute. A new article just popped up while I'm talking right now. I've got alerts. So when any cryptocurrency news happens around the world, it pops up on my computer screen. So I see, what's going on. You got to stay plugged in. All right, what is this one? Satoshi Pay. What is that? Concilium sells Satoshi Pay holdings to Blue Star Capital. Okay, you don't know what that means? Here's what it means. The UK-based blockchain venture cap investment fund, Concilium. Uh-oh. Did my sound go out for the rest of you guys? Testing. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Brian Rue says that sound went out. Said, can you guys still hear me? Give me a like, give me a thumbs up or a heart. If not, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss. I went long enough. Nicholas says, good sound. All right, good. If someone can type for there, Brian, just have to listen from the beginning. So, the UK-based blockchain venture investment fund, Concilium Group Limited, has confirmed the sale of the entirety of the company's Satoshi Pay holdings to Blue Star Capital. The agreement comprised the sale of 2,133 Satoshi Pay shares at the price of £340 per share. That's $493 per share. Why is this important? I don't know. What does this have to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? Depends on what they're doing here. Concilium, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. Satoshi Pay, Bitcoin-based transactions. So that just happened today. But I read all of this because I'm hearing words, I'm hearing about companies I've never heard of before in different countries that are major players. I want to know what's going on. I want to be educated. I don't want to be an ignorant American. So where do you go to begin and getting started to get educated? Take the free tour. TeachMeCrypto.net. Take the free tour. TeachMeCrypto.net. $39 a month. Just that knowledge alone is worth millions to you down the line. Get educated. Tomorrow night, I am doing a training. I'm going to be talking about the 3 pillars. And the 3 pillars is education, trading, and mining. The 3 safest zones to be in the cryptocurrency space. Not MLM. Not MLM. I don't consider any of this MLM. Cryptocurrency space. Education, trading, and mining. 3 things that you can do and make money without recruiting anybody. By allowing your money to work for you. You got to know how. So with that, thank you guys for listening. Went for almost 30 minutes. If you just joined us, go back to my page in about 5 minutes so that you can listen to the beginning. A lot of good stuff that was shared. My name is Brandon Ivey, Bitcoin Brandon. Happy mining. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.